Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Fred Hicks from Evil Hat Productions.
Allegedly.
Okay. Looking at the Dresden Files cooperative card game by Eric Vogel.
Yes. Who is haunting your forums right now, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Eric. How you doing? And you show off here. I think we had an overview of the prototype, and now you've got the
now you can actually see all the components and their component glory.
Expansions available as well.
Yep.
And maybe just give an overview for people who have not seen it,
yes,
not know about it, or show off what might have changed in that past year, if anything.
Absolutely. Well, one thing that has changed in the past year certainly is that we've gotten the final artwork on these, and all the foes are individually illustrated in all the decks. So you get because that's where the personality of the scenarios are really there. But would you like me to hit the overview in sort of an abbreviated form? All right. Okay. So in this game, you're playing Harry Dresden and his friends. As you're attempting to investigate cases, attack foes, overcome obstacles, and seize advantages that can help you win the day.
Beer.
Beer, of course. It's an important part.
That's right. Yes.
It's a food group or something.
That's why everyone holds a GAMA in Vegas.
Yes, exactly. Right? You pretty much got it right there.
You cannot get beer anywhere else.
So the win condition on the game is you need to solve more cases than you leave foes standing. So the game scores a point for every foe that's on the board. And you score a point for every case that you've removed from the board. Of course, because it's the Dresden Files, you lose on ties. Harry catches no breaks. And you begin losing 0 to 4 in this case. Again, it's the Dresden Files.
Okay.
You're under the gun, and your hand that you start with is more or less what you've got, unless you happen to, particularly with advantages, happen to hit a card effect that lets you draw a card. So you're dealing with a dwindling pool of resources as you're trying to use your teamwork as efficiently as possible to win the day.
Okay.
And hit that victory condition I was talking about. So.
Okay. And it's 1 to 5 players, so you can do solo. You just take one character.
In fact, plenty of BGGers are doing solo play and talking about
that. That is a huge. It just seems like a huge segment of people who want that.
It surprised me a little bit to hear about people asking for that during the Kickstarter, but a number of people, in fact, I'm pretty sure from BGG, asked about a one-player mode. And we knew it was possible, but we hadn't actually put it in the rules. But that pushed us over the edge. We got that there, and Eric had a very clear vision for how to deliver that gameplay in a way that kind of counterbalance the fact that you get perfect information, which you don't get in the multiplayer game.
I think it's just partly it's not just so I can, if I play if no one else is around, but also I can play and now I can teach it better.
Yes, absolutely.
After I've actually done it.
Yeah.
So
it's a really good way to learn the game. In some ways, it's a little bit harder because you're dealing with a slightly smaller card supply than you are in a multiplayer game. But again, you know all the information about all the cards, whereas you don't have any sort of table talk rules that you're having to kind of navigate as well.
Right.
As a solo player, and it's a truly challenging co-op.
Okay.
And so at all levels, all player counts, fairly tightly tuned, and it will put you through the emotional gamut. You'll hit the highs of like, oh, it looks like we can maybe do this, and then you're like, there's no way we can do it, and then you get most of the time you get to the showdown at the end, and there's sort of this appropriately Vegas moment where the dice hit the table for the final thing that you really need to get, and win or lose. Constantly, I see people playing this game being like they're tilting in towards the table, the dice hit it, and everyone's like, ah, whether it's a win or a loss. So it's really fun to see people get hooked by the game and play it. And also the gameplay time on it is only 20 to 30 minutes. So that also kind of addresses one of the concerns that I have with co-op games occasionally, where you invest like several hours in them and only to get to a loss, right? Here it's a little bit more of a, oh, we lost that. Want to try again? And it can fit in, or it can also fit in between your longer games if you're looking to do a multi-game night.
Right.
It won't take over your entire evening.
Okay. The expansions.
Yes.
What are they?
Each of the expansions adds 2 new scenarios and 2 new characters.
Okay.
So if you have all 3 of the expansions and the core set, you'll have a total of 11 characters, 11 scenarios, plus a random scenario generator deck.
Okay.
So plenty of replay value there, lots of ways to combine and recombine things. And even though you're seeing all the cards of a scenario out, the shuffle and the way it flops can give you a very different experience of each scenario. So I've we've been working on this for like the last year and a half, 2 years. I probably played the game like a couple hundred times at this point,
Right.
And I haven't gotten sick of it. And you may not realize this, but as a publisher, this is sort of what happens to you. Like, by the time you're getting a game out to the world, you're at the end of your journey, and you're ready to be done with it. And this one, I'm getting it out to the world, and I'm like, okay, and so now I'm going to have a lot of people to play with. This is great. It's sustained excitement for me, like almost nothing else. And the people who have been asking about it and playing it, thanks to the Kickstarter and so forth, seem to be mirroring my excitement, which is always a good thing to see.
All right, it's definitely good. Yeah, I saw people playing it earlier. I forget, it was one of the demo shows.
Yep.
There's a lot of people going.
Yeah, there are a lot of people breaking their stuff out, doing their unboxing videos, and showing off the gameplay.
All right. Well, thanks very much for the overview.
Absolutely.
There we go. Dresden Files Cooperative card game. Hope you liked it, Eric. Yes. Let Fred know how he did.
Yes. Only punish me lightly.
All right.